Okay. So which one is copper carbonate? Left hand side or right hand side? Calcium. Which one is calcium carbonate? Left hand side or right hand side?
Right hand side.
Left hand side. Left hand side.
Of course not left hand side calcium carbonate。係咯，中文音都知道係左手邊。
係喎。
嚇？我哋睇多次。So left hand side calcium carbonate. So the reaction for calcium carbonate and sulfuric acid will be calcium sulfate and carbon dioxide and water, right? So calcium sulfate is insoluble in water. Okay, hydrochloric sulfuric acid (AQ), calcium carbonate solid, gas, liquid. So when the calcium carbonate solid is added into the sulfuric acid, it can react and give carbon dioxide. However, the product form on the surface is calcium sulfate, which is insoluble. So the copper 2 carbonate inside will be covered by a layer of calcium sulfate so that the reaction will stop because the sulfuric acid outside cannot eat and react the calcium carbonate inside. Okay, so the reaction will start and then stop after just a few of seconds. But for magnesium carbonate, the product form on the outside is magnesium sulfate, which can dissolve in water. So after forming the product on the surface, it will immediately dissolve, and the inside layer of magnesium carbonate will continue to react. Okay，咩事？點解右邊嗰個邊球會 turn milky？ 係咪？可唔可以叫佢 turn？ 係佢未溶得晒啫，你最後冇 turn milky 嘅，你睇清楚。我哋睇多次。左手邊 calcium carbonate， 右手邊 magnesium carbonate。嗱，一開始你見到係有 bubble 嘅係咪？睇唔睇到啊？嗱，一開始係有 bubble 出㗎，而且好快嘅，但係好快停咗。呢邊咧，佢慢慢 react 啦，佢一路 react 咗之後咧，咁佢入邊啲粉咧，佢就可以一路慢慢 react。見唔見到嗰個人最後邊揾個玻璃棒去搞啊？就係佢想等佢 react 得均勻啲，然後最終 completely dissolve。Okay, so this explains the difference between these two reactions. Oh, so today what we are going to focus is the basicity. So what is meant by basicity in Chinese? 鹽基度. Okay, so it is quite strange to mention basicity when we are talking about acid, because it seems like base and acid is just the opposite thing, right? But we need to talk about basicity when we considering an acid. Okay, so what is meant by basicity? The maximum number of hydrogen ion produced by one molecule of acid. So of course you don't know what that means when you take a look of the definition. So go to the example. For example, hydrochloric acid HCl. When it dissolves in water, 1 mole of this acid molecule 嗱，其實我呢個個 definition 有少少錯，因為我講 ionization 嘛，呢個 state 應該係俾咩？如果我講 ionization 的話，呢個嘅 state symbol 應該係講 gas 會好啲，不過咁樣都 OK 㗎嚇。點解？ionization 嘅 meaning 係啲嘢入到去之後變 from molecule to iron 啊嘛。 咁啊，其實呢個都係嘅，不過個 molecule 溶喺水嘅意思咯。如果咁樣寫的話，明唔明啊？就係咁咯。OK， HCl。So when HCl dissolve in water, 1 mole of HCl will give 1 mole of H+. So we will call that the basicity is 1. It is mean by basicity. Nitric acid HNO3, when 1 mole of HNO3 dissolve in water, it will produce 1 mole of hydrogen ion. So the basicity is 1. Or we can call it monobasic acid. Monobasic acid, okay? And another monobasic acid, ethanoic acid, 中文乙酸或者醋酸啊，醋酸或者乙酸。So it is CH3COOH. So when it dissolves in water, it will also produce 1 mole of acid. And can you identify the difference between these 3 acids? 係一個好明顯嘅 difference。啊，冇人睇到啊？個 arrow 唔同喎。係喎。係啊，係冇人睇到係特登嘅喎。So 你問點解就係你冇留意到我之前有講過呢一樣嘢。Okay, so this arrow is a reversible arrow. Okay, that means when this molecule dissolves in water, it is not completely dissolved, or it is not completely ionized. Okay, only part of them will ionize. Part of them will remain as molecular shape. Okay, and we will talk about this in chapter 17 17課，我哋會再講㗎啦，詳細啲。想知就自己去向前睇啊，唔識再問我得唔得 ？Okay, so this is monobasic acid, but it is a weak acid. When you see a reversible arrow right here, it represents that the acid is weak acid， 打啲嘅。Okay, sulfuric acid 大 basic acid，OK， 大嘅兩個咁解，大 basic acid. So it dissolves in water to give 2 hydrogen ion，OK。Carbonic acid also another common acid, and then oxalic acid 草酸 ，okay, phosphoric acid. So pay attention to this example, okay, because this example is very important, ethanoic acid. So what is the structure of ethanoic acid? Like this. This is the structure of ethanoic acid. So not all the hydrogen ion in an 唔使抄我講咪有咯。Okay, not all the hydrogen atom on a ethanoic acid molecule can be ionized. Only this one can be ionized. Only this one can be ionized. These 3 cannot be ionized. So actually 嗱講多少少啊，嗱呢一 part 我講一次嘅啫，你有冇發覺咧？呢啲嘅 acid 咧，全部其實唔係1、2、3、4、5呢5個 acid 咧，我哋會叫佢做 inorganic acid 啦。佢全部咧亦都可以寫成為2種唔同嘅 ion 㗎嘛，好容易係嘛？咁但係呢啲咧，我哋叫 organic acid 啦，就係一大堆有好長嘅 carbon 嘅。呢啲 organic acid 咧，佢全部都會有一個 COOH group 嘅。咁所以咧，你好容易就可以 identify 到咧，究竟佢嗰個嘅 basicity， 因為佢只有呢個 COOH group 上面嘅 H 係可以 ionize 嘅啫。咁至於點解啊？你學多啲 O-Chem 再講啦，得唔得？但係 for example，I give you another example， 有冇人有書喺度？哇！你仲帶呢本嘅？呢本已經唔係 acid base 啦，帶紅色嘅文徽。你一定好中意 metal 頂啦。好 ，for example, this one. Can you tell me the basicity of citric acid? So the basicity of citric acid is 3, okay? Because I mentioned to you for organic molecule, just identify the COOH group, okay? So here is 1 COOH. Another COOH, another COOH. So this 1, 2, 3, these three hydrogen can be ionized. this one cannot be ionized. Okay, this group we won't call it acid group. Okay， 我哋有另一個名俾佢嘅嚇，以後 O Cam 會學㗎啦。呢三個我哋叫咩咧 ？Carboxylic acid group。Okay, it's page 17。答錯咗。Okay， 嗱。Okay, this is the last section for the acid part. Okay, corrosive nature of concentrated acid and alkali. So first of all, concentrated acid. Okay, actually, I haven't mentioned a lot about the concentration for you, but you will encounter it a lot because the next chapter, chapter 15, is about the calculation of the concentration of different solutions. Okay, so these three, 1, 2, 3, these three are the main acid that you will encounter in chemistry. Main acid 最 common 會見到嘅。And these three are also mineral acid 礦酸。Okay, so for different concentration, we can divide. Usually, we will divide them into two main types. So I will go through it one by one. So for hydrochloric acid. Actually, if we mention dilute HCl, okay, dilute HCl, we have this property. If we mention concentrated acid, we mention this. So for concentrated acid, okay, we have this row. We are talking about the maximum concentration of that kind of acid. What does that mean? 35% by mass, which means if you have, for example, if you have 100 grams of water, okay, at most, only 35 grams is HCl. 唔應該講100 gram 嘅 water， 應該講100 gram 嘅 HClAQ 入邊。At most, you can have 35 grams of HCl. Understand? 最多可以有咁多。因為溝咗水。其他係水。Okay? And for nitric acid, at most you can have 70% of HNO3 molecule in the water. 最多有咁多嘅啫，得唔得？ For H2SO4, it is quite tricky. For H2SO4, actually, it can more than 98%, almost 100%. Okay, so if you can have a bottle of concentrated sulfuric acid, actually you will find it very viscous. 好結啊，結塌塌嘅，因為佢裏邊好少水嘅啫。High H2SO4 is a very viscous liquid， 好結嘅透明色嘅液體嚟嘅。Okay, so when we mention concentrated sulfuric acid, we will use the symbol of L. 呢度 we will use the symbol of L when we mention concentrated sulfuric acid because the concentration almost 100%. Almost 100%. 明唔明？得唔得？咁我繼續咯喎。Okay, what is this? 11M, 0.2M, 2M, 16M, 18M. What is this? It is a unit of concentration for chemistry. Okay, the definition is number of mole in 1 liter of solution. Number of mole in 1 liter. We will talk about this in chapter 15. 粉紅色嗰本嘢後邊就攞嚟計數啦，得唔得？你而家唔使知佢，你唔知佢點解有佢住啦嚇，你知道有唔同濃度就得㗎啦。Okay, so these two HCl and HNO3 嗱，我畫個 structure 俾你睇，你唔想抄可以唔抄，你想抄咧你就望住。事實上你都唔使識，啊呢個好簡單係咪？好，冇嘢啦。So for these two molecule, actually these two molecule is volatile. It's volatile. So these two acids, this is the reason why these two acids cannot be 100% because normally when we talk about HCl, actually it exists as the gas state. And HNO3 can also exist as gas state. So it exists only when it dissolves in water. So when you have a bottle of HCl solution, you can smell very acidic smell. 點解啊? Because the HCl molecule evaporate from the solution. That's why you can smell it. But for HSO4, if it is a concentrated HSO4, you cannot smell the acidic smell. Okay? So when we talk about these two are volatile, actually it can give the acid mist, 即係酸嘅霧氣. Okay? But when we talk about the reactivity, actually the dilute acid and concentrated acid have very different reactivity. And the acid that we mentioned in chapter 11 and chapter 14, for the reaction, we are talking about dilute HCl, dilute H2SO4, and very dilute HNO3. Because, can copper react with dilute H2SO4? No, right? But copper can react with H2SO4 concentrated form. But it is not a common acid solution. It is a redox solution. 唔知係咪？中午再講俾你聽啦。總之係一樣 reaction 叫 redox 氧化還原反應。OK 就係咁啦嚇，佢哋係會有唔同嘅，以後再教你得唔得 ？So that's why when you answer the question in exam, if you want to mention the particular reaction about acid react with metal, for example, you need to state the concentration. So what is the sulfuric acid that can react with lead? It's the dilute acid. Dilute H2SO4 has the common acid property. Dilute HCl have common acid property. Very dilute HNO3 has the common acid property. Okay? So let's take a look at point number 3. React with acid. So all of them can react with acid. Okay? And all of them can react with metal. For these two, they can react with metal that located at higher position than copper. But for this one, very dilute HNO3 also similar. Dilute H2SO4 also higher than copper because they are common acid. But for these two and this one, it can react more. 嗱，你而家唔使記嘅，因為咧你而家記佢都冇用嘅。但係你以後咧，你要學寫條 equation 嘅。我哋氧化還原嗰度有個 system 去，你要識寫呢啲 equation。所以而家咧咁你會問啊，咁點解周 Sir 你要寫落去啫？我寫落去咧就係方便你以後學晒全部嘢之後，你温書你一個表都睇得到，就唔使呢度又炒一炒，嗰度又炒一炒，我就擺埋佢一齊。OK 得唔得？如果你想知咧，你可以去翻第幾課？第30課，你可以睇，你睇完先好問我。如果唔係咧，解唔到俾你聽嘅，得唔得 ？Okay, so what is the gas produced? Because for 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, these 4 acids act as common acid, so the gas produced will be hydrogen, because the acid react with metal to give hydrogen. But for 1, 2, 3, these 3 will give other gas. Okay, nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide. Okay, reactivity with carbonate or hydrogen carbonate, all of them are the same. Reactivity with base, all of them are the same, and the product are the same as well. So 4 and 5 basically no difference for concentrate and dilute. Okay, corrosive or not? Okay, as we mentioned before, for dilute acid we will use irritating, but for concentrated acid we will use corrosive. We will use corrosive to mention the concentrated acid. 完係咪？醒喂 ，concentrated acid and we have some reason for the for the corrosive nature of the acid. Okay, for 1, 2, and 3, these 3 are oxidizing 氧化性嘅。嗱，以後會學㗎啦，咩叫氧化性 ？But I want you to pay attention to this C. Okay, concentrated sulfuric acid can dehydrate. OK， 佢可以脱水嘅用嚟。譬如乜嘢咧？睇個片啊。呢個咩 reaction 咧？Sulfuric acid react with sugar. So what is the chemical composition of sugar? Chemical composition of sugar. 得啦，唔該。C6H12O6 啊嘛，係嘛？你哋有冇人知個樣㗎？有冇見過呢個樣啊？有冇見過呢啲樣啊？即係有啲上有啲下。呢個咪 C6H12O6 咯，呢個咪 monosaccharide 咯，兩個黐埋一齊咪大 saccharide 咯，咁就 C12H24O12 咯。monosaccharide 大 saccharide 咪 polysaccharide 啦。OK， 好啦 ，sugar 你當係 C6H12O6 啦，其實 sugar 就唔係 monosaccharide 嚟嘅 ，C6H12O6。So what is mean by dehydration 咧 ？After the reaction, all these actually are 6 water molecules. It can be 6 water molecules. So after reacting with concentrated sulfuric acid, all the acid will be removed, and what is the remaining chemical? Carbon 啊，所以你會見到咩咧？睇住啦。
Sulfate kind of sugar, powder sugar. Then we're going to pour sulfuric acid in. You see the reaction already started. So what we're gonna do is mix it up.
好，等陣先。嗱，翻轉頭先，我想問下你，你睇唔睇到一加落去原本嘅係咩色㗎？加咗落去之後咧 ，yellow 之後 black， 跟住再之後咧
So what we're gonna do is mix it up.
係咪綠色啊？係咪綠色啊？
好似屎啊！就係哇，好得意啊！
會唔會係得意咧
I think it got so hot. How crazy is that? So we're going to dry this again, but on a bigger level. So we're gonna put sulfuric acid in there, and then we have to mix up the sugar.
我有煙添喎。
好 ，good observation， 恭喜。
Shoot, that's a thick one right here.
呢碌嘢唔硬㗎，一剝就碎㗎啦。
Just keep coming and coming.
因為舊年一俾嘅實驗睇，跟住我暈
That's
話
pretty crazy.
呢碌嘢硬嘅，
Then I saw
又粗又硬
what
咁
this
樣。
looks like.
好啊，
Yeah.
係咪好脆啊？好啦，發生咩事咧？首先呢個係 dehydration of sugar 係咪 ？So water is removed. However, water is removed. This reaction is highly exothermic 啊！你哋未學 exothermic 呢個字 ，exothermic 即係放熱。係啊，係從呢個字嚟㗎。
真係㗎？
定知咧，讀多啲 cam 啦。exo 唔係。係咁樣傳。exothermic。So what is mean by exothermic 啊 ？thermic 係 heat 咁解啦 ，heat 嘅 adjective 啦。exo 即係放、釋放，咁啊當然有吸啦，吸就係咩？就係 endothermic 啊。咁如果你係 anti-exo 嘅話，即係你係 endo 嘅 endothermic 啦，得唔得先 ？So exo is highly exothermic reaction. So a lot of heat will be produced. So for the reaction， 我寫埋條 equation 俾你睇。我知道我寫咗之後冇用嘅，因為我寫完咧，我舊年都有寫呢條 equation， 但我去到今年咧，我問翻同學呢條 equation 咧，全班係得一兩個人寫到呢條 equation 俾我睇嘅。 Okay, so because it is highly exothermic, so the water produced is actually steam. That's why I say good observation for Toby, because the steam is actually the mist that you see in the, above the beaker. Okay, and the remaining part is carbon. Carbon is actually a very hard solid, but why I mentioned this, it is not very hard because the carbon form actually a lot of space between the carbon because a lot of gas is produced. Similar principle for the bread I mentioned to you， 係嘛？啲 carbon 產生嘅時候，大量氣體喺中間，所以佢咧係一個好易脆得嚟，然後入邊其實有好多空間，所以佢一定唔係一碌又粗又硬嘅 carbon solid 嚟嘅。咩事？呢個 process 係 dehydration。佢喺 solid 嘅過程裏邊係會釋放大量熱能嘅。你中午嘅時候學 energetic 嘅時候，你會知道 solution 應該話 solvation 呢一個過程係大量放熱嘅。個 remarks 喂聽住 remarks 自己睇得㗎啦嚇。Nitric acid 係會分解嘅，會喺遇到陽光會分解嘅，所以聽埋先喂。你用乜嘢顏色嘅樽去裝呢3種嘅 acid 咧？就係、用透明色，但係 nitric acid 要用啡色樽，因為用嚟抵抗紫外光。如果唔係 ，nitric acid 會分解嘅。